All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another motherfucking episode. Y'all already know who it is. It's your girl, Yaquelin Hernandez, and you know we are back on the motherfucking Real Ratchet and Reckless. Happy Monday to everybody, and I'm just really excited because today's guest is someone that is very close to my heart, very dear to my heart, a hard worker, and I just feel like this fucking segment couldn't have gotten like a better person. It was like the perfect timing to have her for this segment. Guys, I want to introduce the one and only Yaquelin Hernandez, the creative. What's up?
Hey, girl.
Thank you so much for waiting on my ass. I'm like, everything always just takes extra time to set up, but we got it done. How are you? I'm doing good. You know, this quarantine life. I'm sure you can. We've talked about. You know, we people. If people don't know, we stay talking, like just communicating and sometimes sharing the struggles that we may have during the quarantine and just creating and just keeping up. If the listeners don't know Yaki, I would love for you to say a quick little intro on how we met and just how we know each other.
Well, first of all, I know we met on Instagram. I think I had gotten laid off on my job, and I had put like a little sad story about how I felt so unsure and like scared, like what the hell am I gonna do now? And then we met when we tried to do our first interview too.
No, seriously, I think it was when I told you, I'm like, I want to start interviewing. Like, would you be, you know that I still have that like in a flash drive somewhere?
Yes.
Oh, I need to bring it up.
Yeah, but that's a whole other, like, you upgraded completely. Girl, we did it at the park. It was noisy.
And I didn't have a mic. Yeah, I think we were using the iPhone headphones, right?
Yeah, and you kind of do it on my camera. I don't know. It was crazy.
But I feel like Yaki, what I clearly remember. I feel like I have good memory. Like for certain things, if it's about trauma, I will block it. But if it's like a good time and I have love for the person and I enjoy the relationship, like I clearly remember everything.
Yeah.
So I feel like I have good memory in that sense, and I clearly remember. I always say this. I love sharing your story because in a way, like, it's funny that as I'm meeting people and as we're talking, somehow they also know who you are. You're always coming up. So, and I feel like by the way, I'm rocking one of her creations here. Perfect little mood for the blue today. Okay. I feel like in a way I did want to not like help you, but I wanted you to realize what I was seeing as the person from the outside. You get me? And I clearly remember, and I'll share a little bit. I'm sure people have heard this, but if you haven't heard it, welcome back, bitch. Welcome to the Real Ratchet and the Reckless on how I met La Vida, because I always call you La Vida, and La Vida Cactus is still on my phone, like La Vida Cactus, right? That's right. Yeah. So I clearly remember that. You know how I feel like in the time that I found you is when people started creating an aesthetic for Instagram. Like people were starting to use Instagram like, ooh, and I feel like it was around 2018, 19. And I remember going to your page and seeing that. And I was like, oh my God, like her page is so cool because I had seen you on Hire Women and you were rocking Support Your Homegirls. I clearly remember that. It's crazy how it all connects.
Thank you adding me. Or something.
Yes, and then I remember seeing how like you just rocked it differently, like you were colorful, like you just rocked it differently. And I clicked your page, and I always tell you this, I'm like, I really thought you were like those inspo aesthetic girls. And then I saw that it was like, 100 followers. So when you feel like now that it's like Instagram famous, you're like, oh my God, she's one of me. Like she's a regular person. She's not no Instagram hoe like that, So I was so excited. I'm like, oh my God, she's a regular person. So I remember that's. Go ahead.
I think at the moment I was just kind of like starting to kind of just do my thing. I've always been into like creative, but I didn't feel like I was creative enough. But I think I was like slowly like just creating pictures, getting dressed up, doing all that, So I think that's what I meant in the beginning de todo.
Yeah, but so you can see that like even then, like it was still like, ooh. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you already had it. You been had it. And we'll jump into that and how your whole journey started. But just to fast forward things, that's how we met. Like, we kind of motivated each other through our work and our art. And I was just so happy that we actually like started creating a relationship. And I guess we also met in a time where I was barely starting to add a little bit more fuel. Like, I wanted to start going 100 with the podcast. And we just like basically worked with each other. Like, okay, I'm going to take some pictures of you, and I was like, oh my God, bitch, like I only take selfies. You know what I'm saying? And you also like
Like, no,
made me,
no, we're going off. Yeah.
yeah.
I think we both clicked so well that we kind of just started supporting each other right away. Like I supported you with taking pictures, and I think just you supporting me in the sense of like your energy, like words of affirmation have always been so helpful. Something I didn't really have in friendships. So that's why like when I think of you and I'm like, damn, like she's a badass, she's a chingona, because she's like she still has that light that she shares with all of us, you know, and like I think that's dope. Something that I've never really had, like I said, in friendship. So
Yeah, and I
that's
think
dope.
we talked a little bit about that. Thank you, Yaki. I think we
Yeah.
talked about friendship and how it was so big. And I feel like you mentioned like you never really had that, and you shared your experiences with the piojosas that were like just rude little bitches, right? And and you were just, I guess, so shocked that I was just being genuine with you. But
Yeah.
I feel like the only reason I was being that way is because of your art. Like I couldn't help but tell you, bitch, that shit is tight. Like I couldn't help but tell you, like, why are you doubting yourself? If me as a person from the outside, like I love what you're creating. So just to jump right in, that's how we met on Instagram. Shout out Instagram, right? Um,
Yeah.
what would you say it kind of started for you, and then rolling into when did you say, you know what, fuck this, like I'm gonna go full force on this?
Well, so I got laid off and I was just kind of like nervous, like, okay, shit, like, what am I gonna do? And like I said, I've always been into creative. Well, actually, no, I thought I wasn't into it until I kind of just let it go. Like, I had to let go of like all these things that were holding me back. Like, oh no, I'm not creative enough. But I'm like, okay, yes, I'm creative enough as of now, like my situation now. So just go with that. And I've always been into pictures, and then I started like doing like the little edits, and like I've always like been into like aesthetics, colors, fruit,
Yes.
whatever it is that I have going on. Um, yeah, and I started uploading on Instagram, and like I said, it's been a journey of like a lot of things. But the one thing that's kind of like been like the one thing that I've told myself was like, just go with it, just keep going, whether you feel like you're not good enough, it's not good enough, you don't get likes and all that stuff. Just go with it, and then like, yeah, that's how kind of started. And then it's I kind of just like sharing what I like to share, what I want to share, with things that speak to me, color wise, just everything. And people started resonating with some of that, and some of the little quotes that I put too are things that I would feel, and I kind of just put it on the picture, and I'm like, okay, this is cute, I could upload this. If people started resonating with that, and I think it's cute.
Yeah, and I think that's what I love to remind people, that sometimes we'll beat ourselves up like, what should I create? How should I create it? Is it going to be good enough what I create? But what you just said, like you just started uploading what you like. You just started uploading what
Yeah.
you feel would work out. Like, fuck it. This sounds good. This sounds good to me. This look good to me. There's going to be someone that's going to fuck with it. And clearly people have been fucking with it.
Yeah, and like it's been crazy because like there's a lot of people are doing that a lot, and like I heard this one girl, I think she was like an influencer or something. She was like, just because somebody else is doing it doesn't mean that you can't do it. Like you're always gonna add your touch to it, you're always gonna be different around it. And that kind of like, I was like, oh shit, like, so that's kind of been like every time I think about like, oh no, I shouldn't do it, like I'm just like, no, like just do it, but do it your way.
Exactly. And I feel like that's another thing. Like if you haven't checked out Yaki's work, we're gonna insert her Instagram somewhere here. But I feel like, oh my God, I'm gonna try to bring it up if when I edit this. Let's talk about what you just did for Valentine's. That shoot really had everybody in awe. And I feel like back to what you were saying, like adding your touch. Like when you see Yaki's work, like it's your work.
Yeah,
Like, yeah. And I feel like you bring colors that people wouldn't even dare to put together.
Yes, I'm telling you, like it's all magical moment. Like honestly, like the set of pictures that I took, like I didn't even try it, which is the craziest thing.
Oh,
I
that's the
literally, like,
best.
I had this whole vision,
Yeah.
but I don't know, for some reason that day I wasn't feeling it. I kind of woke up like moody, and I was just like, oh. But then I really wanted to have a picnic. Like I was just like, okay, let's just have a picnic. If I take pictures, fine. If I don't, it's fine too. So I just put my dress on, I did my makeup, put my chongo because I didn't even have energy to do my hair.
Oh, but you got the bangs, so it still
Yeah,
kind of works out.
the
Yeah.
bag, don't tie everything up.
Yeah.
um, So we went outside and I just told my partner, you know what, just take a few pictures of me. Like, let me just pose here and there. And that was that. We literally took less than 5 minutes taking pictures, and that was it. And then we were just like, okay, let's just eat. We did it. And then I uploaded them, and I was just like, okay, like a lot of people like this, and I'm like, but I didn't even try that hard.
And it be like that. Like sometimes the best creations are in the things that you think aren't gonna pop off, and then they pop off.
Yeah. Yes. So I was like, okay, maybe I shouldn't be trying so hard. Maybe I should just like go with it and, you know,
that part. And I think that
so sweet.
No,
they do that. Like me mandan mensajes, and I'm just like, damn, like this. I'm not worthy of this. Like I'm just somebody like.
What you mean you're not worthy of this? You better take that back, girl. You better take that back. You are very much worthy of it.
Thank you. It's just like the messages they send, I'm just like, oh, that is so sweet. Like, I think it's just so nice and so kind of people to take the time to send those messages, you know, because because somebody could not do that. You know, somebody could be sitting there like, oh, she thinks she's all that. No, but like people take their time. I think it's just like so sweet. That is so sweet. And honestly, like I just been so lucky to kind of just have people that follow me, that I follow, that are just the nicest, and they kind of reciprocate that energy. Yeah,
girl, but that's to tell you, like, you are, what do they say, like you attract the energy that you are. So it's like there are gonna be fucking little haters that are gonna be like, they're gonna be watching you, but it's like, number one, they ain't gonna say shit, and I mean if they do, then that's like mental illness. When haters really have the time, that's something else. But I feel that because you are the way you are, and let's dive a little bit. If you don't follow her, Yaqui is very open with her followers, her audience. You are constantly sharing your struggles and the cheese man. But you know what, I feel like that's how you build your tribe. That's how you build your supporters, because we're able to relate and we're able to be like, oh my God, I was just feeling that. And then that's what builds real last good relationships. Yeah. So how do you feel about that? That you have,
like I said, you like, I try to be as what is it? I have a hard time saying that word, authentica, myself, but like the truth of the matter is, like most days I'm not really feeling like, oh, I need to go dance, or like bubbly or bright, you know? Like, and I try to share those moments too, without being like too, just sharing those moments, you know? But honestly, I take advantage of those días when I wake up and I'm just inspired. Oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And like, I like to share it. I like to share it because you don't know who's having a bad day, and like they see you doing something and they want to do the same thing or something, you know? But yeah, it's been crazy. Like it's been growing, and I'm just like I try not to think too much about it. Numbers on your Instagram doesn't really mean anything, but I just think, like I said, like those people that send messages, and like the ones that share that they love seeing you, they love seeing you when you create, when you're dancing, perreo, twerk, everything, you know, like it's just.
Hey, you famous for that. You famous for the twerking.
For my twerking videos, there you go.
Dude, but those are the best. I love how everything just flows, and I think it goes back to like not trying hard. Like when you think of something too much, it hasta even it comes out bad, because like you're even sometimes with me, when I be practicing in the mirror, I'm like, okay, Vanessa, just let it flow, right? Like if you think about it too much, it no te sale. So I'm gonna try to insert one of those clips here too, because if you don't know Yaqui, she's also known for fucking twerking on Instagram, and I love it because you always post it when we need it.
I love it, dude. Like, it's just, I think twerking and perreo is just so empowering. Like, it's so healing. I fucking love it. Like, I love it. Dude, like, with my partner, I'm cooking in the morning, and I always tell him, oh, can I show you something? And then he's like, yeah. And I'll bust out just fucking twerking, just doing whatever. He's over it, but I'm
Can
I
show you when I learned how to move one butt cheek, the left, right? And I love that he's supportive about it. Like, a veces pasa, he's just like looking like, okay, do your thing. So I love that he's really supportive.
I do it so many times a day. He's over it, but you know.
Yeah. No, but I think that's also another thing besides the fact, because you know, Instagram is another world. Like, let's talk about how Instagram has now become like a little ratchet Hollywood. And Hollywood is ratchet, but like Instagram is now like, you better be popping on Instagram. And I feel like sometimes Yeah, I like to keep certain things personal, but I feel like when you keep it raw and authentic, like that reminds me why I like Instagram, because it reminds me that there's people out there that are going through the same struggles. And I want to thank you for just being part of that community that also shares the realness of being a fucking creator, not pretending to have it down all the fucking time, you know? Because it is
And I love
hard.
it when like other small creators. I like it when other small creators share that too. Because the life is not perfect. You might post like things here and there that might make it seem like that, but it's not. So
Yeah.
as much as it is important to share the good stuff, I think it is important to share just the little things. Like, girl, all I did today was wake up and be a couch potato. Like that also is important too. So
Right. Even when you create small, I feel like I also remind people and love to bring awareness what it is to fucking create, no matter what it is that you
yeah.
do. Like I'll do a fucking TikTok that'll take me 2 hours because it took me 2 hours to get ready, 3 hours to film it, and then you're just like, fuck, all I did today was a fucking TikTok. But as a creator, that shit is a lot sometimes.
Yeah, it takes energy, like your precious energy to create. So
Yeah. Well, as much as we love the fucking bomb shit that you're doing and the greatness that has been coming to you, honestly, slowly but surely, let's talk about a little bit of the struggles, because in every success story or success is to be, there are some struggles. So we're gonna dive in a little bit about that, and I just want to first off start asking when, because me and my friend, if you know Paula at Honey Dips, right? Like she's like another friend that I can relate that is a creator. So usually you want to surround yourself with creators because when teachers are teachers, they talk about teacher shit. So
yeah.
with creators, who's gonna understand you, right? So it has to be like another creator that understands. And we talk a lot about like just putting it out there on what you do and how to stand by it, because I feel like a lot of people right now in 2021, they are finally saying fuck it, I'm gonna start this shit, I'm gonna make it happen, right? But also when you turn around and gotta tell it to the world, like what would you say has been a struggle when when someone even asks, like, so what do you do, like, or even putting your brand out there, like what would you say is a struggle, and if you've overcome it or you haven't overcome it, to present what you do and who you are?
I want to say something about Paula. That
Yes.
right, Paula. Yeah, Honey Dips, dude.
Hey.
It's funny because she did like a design. She was doing like her designs, and she had posted, oh, I never thought I was a creator, but I'm like doing my thing. And the thing is, like my whole life growing up, I always thought I wasn't. Like I literally would tell myself, like, no, you're not. Like, don't even try it because you're not. Like, I don't know how to draw. Like, I don't know how to do this and that. But like creating comes in all different forms. So like I really resonated with what she said, and I'm like, yes, girl, like you are creative. Like, look at you creating Honey Dips, your
Oh
logo,
yeah.
like something
She's
so
come a lot.
small that builds big.
Something small that
Um,
a bunch of shit builds around it, and you're
yeah,
just like, oh shit.
and I think well, I've had a lot of struggles honestly, but we're not gonna go into all of them. But one thing is just continue, like what's really been just kind of continuing doing what you're doing, what I've been doing. Um, Basically just continuing creating, a lot of stop on the self-doubt, stop on the comparing, because Instagram can be
Mm-hmm.
like a whole thing of comparison, and that's not healthy. And also like hold yourself accountable, like hold yourself accountable in the sense like, okay, hey, like you're scrolling Instagram, you're seeing this, but you could do that too. Like you could start small and do that too, whatever it is that you want to do. And like stop telling yourself no. That's something I always grew up doing until my cousin brought it up. And honestly, I haven't told
Ooh,
her, but I'm like,
intervention.
I thank her till that day that she told me that, because I wasn't even aware of it. Like she always tells me, like she told me, oh, porque she always tell me, oh, why do you always say no to yourself? Like every time I wanted to do something, I would just automatically say no. And I didn't even realize that, like, oh, I wanted to go take pictures. Oh no, but it's not good enough. Oh, maybe you should go look for whatever. Oh no, I probably won't find it there. Like it was always no. Like, and I wasn't even aware of that until she told me. And I was like, fuck it, up to that this day I still remember that. And I'm like, no, I need to start saying yes to myself, yes to like doing what I like, yes to
Opportunities.
yes, exactly. So holding yourself accountable to that, and honestly just doing it. That
Right.
could be like the only thing, just doing it. Like I know Instagram could be a fun way of inspiration, but it also takes your time and like invest that little time that you do have for yourself and do what you love, do what you like.
Exactly.
You
And
know?
I feel like connecting that to what you said about doing what you love, but also holding yourself accountable. I have never fucking held myself accountable for shit like work or school, but porque no me interesaba. Like I didn't care. I was serving. I didn't care to be the best fucking server. I would do like, I'm gonna do
Yeah.
this and I'm gonna get there and I'm gonna do a little bit extras, but never because it wasn't the enjoyment to be better. And I feel that when you become a creator, that kind of kicks in. So people are like, how do you get the motivation? How do you discipline yourself? And I feel that it comes with it. When you start seeing the result and what you create and how it's making you feel and the people around you, that you're like, oh shit, this shit is for real. Like, let me get my shit together. And I feel like people constantly ask that, like, how do you discipline? How do you commit? And if you truly love it and it's truly your passion, it's so like, you gonna see it come in, right? Like you said, hold yourself accountable.
Yeah, that's really, girl. And I'm 30, and I kind of feel like barely doing my thing, barely really getting to know what I want to do, what I like, what I don't want to do, like, and all that, you know. And like each journey is different, and I don't know. I'm thankful for everything I've been through and up to this point because I finally see like a future, like a hope, and like I could do something for myself, income for myself, you know. So it's not so much scary like, oh, what am I gonna do? It is feeling that because I think things are normal, like scare, self-doubt, all of that, but it's also like learning to kind of like feel that but still go forward, still
Yeah.
move forward, you know, kind of just learning and yeah.
Being open to it, being open to the growing, because the growing can be uncomfortable. Like, oh my
Yeah.
God, yeah. But you learn a lot. You learn a lot about yourself and you learn about what everybody else is doing, because I feel like that's another thing. Like, you know how, I'm going to dive deep if you don't mind talking about it. But I do want to talk about a little bit about your status in this country. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's another thing that a lot of people have just found out that you decided to share on your Instagram and people forget. You know, like you're surrounded by people that have, oh, they have jobs, like they're going to go to college and they're going to become lawyers or doctors or nurses. And then you're sitting here like, bitch, I like to create. And that is already pressure because my status here in this country isn't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm going to let you dive into
Well,
that if you feel like sharing that.
it's been like, and thank you for bringing that up because I've been meaning to kind of talk
Mm-hmm.
about that, but like I'm learning how to speak about it and not in a sad way, you know, like in a like
And like, échale
looking.
ganas. We got this. You still
Yes,
got it.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Girl, it's been I want to say like 3-4 years. I was literally in the couch thinking like, fuck, I want to do something. I want to do something, but what do I do? Like what? Like I was just being a couch potato, which is okay, but at the point
Yeah.
that I was, it wasn't okay. And honestly, I have to give thanks to my friends, to my undocumented friends,
Let me give
Edwin,
them a horn.
Norma, all of them. Like, yes, like seriously, they've Kim, like my friend Ale, like they've just been badass. They've been cool, you know, and like they just inspired me. And like the undocumented community is really active, and like I love everything that they share. Information like those quotes, and one thing that kind of stood out to me was like your status doesn't define you. And
Exactly.
for a long time I thought it did, you know, like for a long time I thought like, fuck, if I don't have papers I can't do anything, you know. But I was like, no, like I need to break that mentality, you know, like why can't I use not having papers as my inspiration to like, you know what, I could do this without having that, you know.
Because you're
And
here
it is true,
already.
you don't need them to be successful, however successful looks to you. You kind of just have to find your path. I always say like undocumented people can't really go on a straight line. They kind of have to like,
Find
you
their way
know,
around.
look for the way. Their journey might be longer, might be shorter, however it is that it looks, but it can't really be like, as much as we try to do things right, unfortunately this system won't allow us to. So we kind of just have to find our way, you know. And like that's kind of just pushed me like, dude, you don't need that doesn't define you, dude. Like you could do your own shit at your own time, create your own incomes. Like I don't know, it's been a beautiful journey to you
Yeah,
know?
and I
So
feel like, especially you bringing up you're being 30, I feel like back in the day, like
mhm,
it would seem like by 30, yeah, you have to have a family, you have to have your house. And I also think, like just social media in general for allowing people to broadcast that, we barely getting it together at 30, like that's when shit really starts changing for people. And it's when, if you really want to push, that's when I feel like in 20s, who knows? Like you don't, I mean, you're just experimenting. And I feel by 30, not that you should have your life together, but that inspiration and that kick should start happening.
yeah.
And I feel like that's in a way I feel like that's why you've grown so much and it looks so good on you, because yeah, you're hitting this age, and even you, like, kind of like you said, not letting it define you, but also being open about it and not scared. But because I feel like, we all have family members, Latinos or people that are not even from this country. I don't know the proper terms, don't come for me, but like, when your parents not from here or your grandparents, you know what I'm saying? Like, si no son de aquí, like, I feel like vienen con miedo a lot of the time, and it's scare put into you. Like, no, we can't do this, because in reality, you could be fucked, because that is the truth. Unfortunately, they don't give a fuck out here. But I like that you said that doesn't mean that you can't find your way around to make things work and still follow your dreams, because you have the opportunity that a lot of people back where you're from are dying to have
Mhm,
or be here,
exactly.
you
And
know?
even being in this country, being undocumented is hell of a privilege because you're not back in Mexico, you're not in your hometown, you're not like being killed, murdered, you know. So yeah, I've it's been a journey and I've learned, and you know, I'm happy with where I am. Am I still learning? Yes. It's still scary. Yes. Am I not doing things
Yeah.
because you know, with certain things I don't have like a driver's license and all that, but you know, I'm gonna start driving by the way. So it's just a matter of like breaking that mentality, you know?
Yes, 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 because it almost feels, oh my God, I know this is a little too deep, but it reminds me of this Tupac lyric from Only God Can Judge Me by Tupac, where he's like, in my mind, I'm a blind man doing time. So it's like a lot of people in their mind will feel locked up, will feel like caged up. And it's just literally your mind. Like you'll be out here free, but your mentality and your mind is literally like you're a prisoner. You're a
I think
prisoner
it
in
all
your own
comes, and I
mentality.
think it all comes with time too. Like,
Yeah.
don't be so harsh on yourself tampoco if you think like that, because I think todos tienen like su camino, their time of awakening in a way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like I said, I'm in my 30s and I feel like I'm barely like getting the
Hey, me estoy
road and
quitando las
things of it.
lagañas, barely. It was so
Yes.
soft.
So I mean, don't be yourself. Don't be so harsh on yourself tampoco, because
Yeah.
it's okay. You know, your feelings are true to you and they're real, and that's fine. You know, it's just a matter of kind of like being gentle with yourself and just moving forward, however it
Yeah.
is that you can.
No, and that's good, because I'm when you said like you, I don't know, right now you just said something that made me think about just support, your support system. And I just feel like we talked about your partner like just being cool with you twerking, right? Um but
Yeah.
a lot of people are right now, just to bring it back to quarantine life, because girl, this COVID shit is just literally on my fucking nerves, because it's just doing all bad things in
Dude, I
general.
want to dance to that song. Como se acabó la
La
cuarentena.
cuarentena.
Yes, I've
We
been
all
dancing,
can't wait for
dancing to that
that.
song.
Dude, people were bumping that shit when they open restaurants again. I'm like, why? My mom's like, why are people bumping this? It's not over.
Yeah, it's
I'm
not
like,
over.
yeah, but people are, we tired of it. But just to go a little back to quarantine and just support system. A lot of people also are having struggles with just being in the house and just the people that are in their home. And from what I see, and and I'm sure you can probably agree to it, is that your partner is very supportive. You're not dealing with quarantine dating because you got a man.
Yeah.
And
No,
I
he is. He's because me and him, we talk a lot. We've grown together. I've been with him 8 years. We talk about a lot. I always tell him how I feel, like how I would want him to support me, how I could do that for him, and yeah, it's just he knows how I am. He knows I could be a little bit crazy, like he knows, you
yeah. Well,
know.
quarantine does crazy things to people too. So
Yeah.
I feel like before, well, honestly, because before you started creating, you were babysitting. But do you feel that because it's quarantine, it has added pressure of like being in the same space because life has a
Mm,
pause? Because
yeah,
I'm
because
like, I get annoyed at the people in my house.
well, that and I'm a Pisces. I'm always constantly like, dude. In the beginning, estábamos peleando mucho because we were just so like, And like I would tell them, okay, you know what, like let me just get like 2 hours, let me just get a day. I need
Just
to
get
be
out
with
of my
you,
way. Yeah.
you know, like. And like he's a type that he likes to be with me and all that, which I do too. But there comes a moment where I'm like, okay, you know, I gotta do my thing too. Like I want to like go out, go walk or something, you know, like. So I mean, it is hard. It's been hard, but I mean, we live together.
Yeah, I'm like, because I'm like, you were already living with him before quarantine, but I feel like quarantine also adds stress on people and like frustration. And I want to also share that with people like, y'all, if y'all family members are on your damn nerves or your partner or your whoever you quarantine with, hang in there. Like, we're all going through this because it does bring tension and frustration. And then you see the news and you're just like, oh, like everybody's on edge, you know?
Yeah. I try not to like really watch the news, because you know Instagram already everybody shares everything, so you kind of know what's going on.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
yeah, but I mean, I think it's just a matter of just literally taking it day by day. You can't really put those pressures on yourself. So
And
just
how
take
would you
it
say,
down.
yeah,
Like if
how
you
would
don't got quarantine, you're good. I mean, sorry, if you don't got COVID, you good. Just go chill, you
I
know.
seriously, I
Yeah,
feel like that's all you care about, like just seeing that negative result. And then you're like,
yeah.
okay, we back to biz, we running things again. Like that's all that I feel.
Really healthy.
Yeah, and it just made us grateful. Fucking ginger shots, green juices, teas. Like when the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
Literally, I just posted something on Instagram. I woke up and I came straight here because I kind of woke late, and I'm like, dude. Que sábado was I waking up like I'm gonna go interview someone on the weekend, like like I was just always waking up like where's my phone, who did I hit up, where's all my money, where's my wallet, like just turning up so much.
Yes, I'm telling you, it's quarantine has been
Another
hard.
life.
Yeah,
I
has
was
been
gonna
hard.
ask you something and I se me fue la onda. Oh yeah. So how would you feel that you're staying like what do you do to stay motivated during quarantine? Like what do you think? Because it's something that we all struggle and people are like constantly telling me that. Like, how do you stay motivated? Or like talk about being motivated during quarantine. What would be your advice to the listeners?
Oh shoot, how do I stay motivated? Honestly, like kind of just doing my work and seeing it. I'm like, okay, it's cute. Like, damn, I need to try that. Or kind of like, okay, like doing something, doing a project, and thinking, oh, maybe I should have done this. I should have done that. Oh, I'll try it another time. You know, so that kind of like motivates me to kind of try something else. Um, a lot of people that I follow on Instagram are creatives too, so they kind of just like, oh, that's cute. Like, I want to try that. Like, let's try it this way, that way. But honestly, like I'm only motivated probably like 2, 3 times out of the week. So,
Right.
you know, I am most of the time just like freaking in front of my TV on my phone, or I'm just working on my earrings, just kind of taking it day by day, you
Oh
know?
my God. Yeah, I'm going to provide all the links to you so people can check you out if
Yeah,
you already haven't. But
yeah,
La Vida, this is La Vida de Colores, is her
yeah.
photography.
Girl,
Um,
what do I do? Let's see. Pictures, prints, earrings, makeup. Oh my God.
yes, Chisme, twerking.
Working, yep.
You are the whole fucking package,
Yes.
and I love that you stay broadcasting all of it because people really appreciate it. And bitch, all of this gonna pay off. You're gonna see if it already hasn't. Like I've seen you work with a lot of people already, and I'm like, oh my God, that's really good.
Really, it's I gotta give thanks to my community, everybody I follow, the people that I always inquire, the support.
That's
It's always
right.
appreciated because honestly, like I'm coming to a point and I'm like, damn, okay, like you know what we offer to this world is magic, is light. Like, who do you want to share the light with? Do you want to share that
Exactly.
with like the people that support you? Do you want to share it to like I like to work with small businesses too porque it's just más intimate, it's más like regular
More
people.
understanding too.
Yes, and like even though like I've gotten reached out, but you know like smaller, well bigger boutiques and stuff, but sometimes like it doesn't click and I'm just like I don't know, like do you see
Ooh.
me, like do you see me, or do you just see like my work, you know, like so it's really important for me to connect. I love talking to people. Whoever comes, I take pictures. Whoever just inquires for something, like I like to talk to them. You know, I like to see like, oh, okay,
Connect.
you know, yeah. So it just makes it better, like con más como like confianza in a way, you know, like. And I like that. I like
But
that.
then, yeah, because then that's your reputation. And I feel like I'm
Uh,
the same way. Like sometimes I'll be like, oh, I'm not just going to go work with you or do something with you because you have so much influence or this following. If I don't click
yeah.
with you, it's going to be hard to work with you.
Yes, yes. And it has to do like a lot. And it's also getting comfortable with that, like putting down like shops or saying no, you
Yeah,
know, but
exactly.
it has
Exactly.
like a big following, like I don't know. That's just kind of what I think. And like I said, I like working with like regular people, you know, just doing our thing. It's más like it's más bonito, I feel.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
have a question. I don't really bring this up because I'm not a chismosa like this. I'm really not. But I really am curious because I feel like you are so genuine, so fucking like helpful, so open, so down to earth that you posted this one thing once. Then I was like, who? Yaki haters? What? Like it was just, and it's something that we've talked about. Like we haven't attracted that, but people say it so much that it's bound to come that with success comes hate, right? And it's like you said, your support system, your team, everybody's so positive, but little by little, ya empiezas las piojosas, right? The little piojosas start coming out of the corners. And I feel like you made a comment that I was so shocked, but just to bring it up because we're on the
What?
Real Russian
Which
Record.
one? How
Let me tell
embarrassing.
you. No, it's not embarrassing because I feel like you were just being honest and you honestly were in shock. And I was like, ooh. So I literally remember when you were like, it'd be like your favorite influencers or your favorite that really hating on a bitch or like blocking a bitch. Like they
Yeah.
blocked you
But
or like
I
hated.
remember if I put that on my. I think I put it in my small shop.
Mhm.
It was this small shop. I think I followed and I liked the work. And you know what? We all get inspiration from somewhere. Like I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh no, everything's 100% mine. No, like I get inspiration from people, but you kind of do it your way, you know.
Exactly.
So and this shop is really cute. I love how colorful like their stuff is, but it was completely different from what I do to what they do. Um, and for some reason, like un día, I was just like, oh, I'm gonna check, you know, because I follow them, no? I'm gonna go check, and like I literally tried to look for them, like, and nothing would pop up, and I'm like, where are they? Like, what
Yeah.
the where's the page? And then I go to my other page, to my personal one, and they pop up, and I'm just like, oh, like, did they block me? Like, why? Like, what did I do? Like, what? You know? And
Yeah.
in my little head, I feel like I'm just like the nicest. Like, why would you want to block me? You know? Like,
Yeah,
I'm so nice, but
exactly.
I'm like, man, screw these people, you know, like if
Yeah,
they
you
don't,
can't take it personal at that point. Yeah, that's
yeah,
their problem.
okay, una cosa es que you unfollow me, which I understand, you know, we're not for everybody. You may think I'm annoying, whatever, unfollow me, which is perfectly fine, but when you block me, that's a whole other level of
Yeah, that's like you
why
talking to me to your
I need
therapist.
extras. I need extras, you know. Pero I had to just say it, get it off my chest, and that was that, you know.
Yeah, I was like in shock. I'm like, but you know what? It just made me think like así empieza or just jealousy. And it's just in reality, it's ugliness. It's ugliness that the most sometimes there'll be people, and I'm thinking like that too. Like I'm starting to just accept that, like, you know, it's gonna be the people that you feel are like the most popular on Instagram, the most people that have the most influence, the best aesthetics that are gonna be the people that are not really what you think they are. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
and we're gonna be let
exactly.
down, but it's gonna be okay. You can't take it personal. You really can't take it personal.
You have to continue, yeah, and dude, and if they unfollow you, pues better for you. Like you don't have that
Yeah.
energy, you know. Like
Exactly,
it is what
exactly,
it is.
exactly.
It really is what it is.
Well, yeah, I just want to get a little tea on that. But Yaki, do you feel like there's something that you want to bring up that I didn't bring up? Because you know, I'm not
No, I think we probably talked about
a
everything.
little bit of everything, right?
Yeah. I just want to say that I'm so proud of you because, like I said, this is a whole nother setup. Like, you're really doing it. Like, you've
Thank
done some pretty
you.
big things that I'm proud of you. Honestly, I could just see it. And I like that you stay so true, authentica to you and like what you do, like your work, like you don't try. I feel the sense that I get that you're not trying to rush anything. Like it is what it is, you know. Like we've talked about this, like shooting your content and just like making it you, you know. So I think that's
Oh
so
yeah.
beautiful.
Thank you, Yaki. And I appreciate you for always, you always, if people don't know, like we do outside of this, because we do feel a little bit like you're I'm on the show. But in reality, like we really are the same chill. We motivate each other. And I want to tell you the same, girl,
Yeah.
yeah, I pump you up all the time because you really got it. And I hope that you never stop. Can't stop, won't stop. You know what I'm saying? Because
I'm gonna take a few
really
days off. That's fine.
exactly. And then back to what you're saying that you feel I don't rush. Because I noticed that when I feel like I had to do things and I said I would do things that me hacía bolas and I wouldn't end up doing shit. So now I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna set little goals for myself. And eventually I'll be on every fucking day in your ears, Monday through fucking Sunday. But I'll get there eventually because I'm doing what works for me. And I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I'm gonna be on the podcast every day of the fucking week if I know in reality I'm not there yet. So I feel like just being real with myself and my goals has brought me the result that I have. And I'm very much proud of it, even though there are people that will blow up from one night to the other. But for me personally, I feel more proud and more detailed about what I put out sometimes because I do take my time, and you're gonna see it when you're gonna see it, and I'm gonna pop off when I pop off. But I truly believe that day will come.
And I think it's such a reminder that it's a journey. Like you're not gonna get from here to your goal is in a matter of years, dude. Not to discourage anybody or anything, but it's a journey. You could get from here to here in
Bro,
50
5 to 10 years for some good
years.
shit. Yeah.
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 Yeah. So it's like poco a poquito, do your thing. If there's days that you don't feel like doing it, that's fine too. You know, you don't have to be constantly doing something.
Because we out here living life.
Enjoy it, yeah. And really
Yeah.
like what you do, like don't rush it because most likely it's not gonna come out right.
Oh yeah, I take my time, do it fine.
Yes, you already know.
Hi, all right. So where can the listeners find you, Yaki? I'm gonna provide them, but you let them know.
Well, like I said, yo tomo fotos. I kind of do a little bit of makeup or myself. I do earrings too. So for my earrings, you can check me out at La Vida Pom Poms with an S. For my pictures, it's La Vida Fotográfica, PHOTRAGHY.
We're gonna provide it right here. Don't worry. I'm gonna edit it in here.
And for my personal one, if you want to see me work, it's La Vida punto colores. La Vida punto da colores. La
That's
Vida.
I'm gonna add it for everybody. Oh well, the people that are listening on Spotify, you're right. La
Yes. Ooh,
vida. Oh
you
yeah,
are so
Spotify,
yes.
Apple
I was even
Podcast,
thinking about that. Like, damn, she's on Spotify. Hey, she's
Spotify,
legit.
Apple, and
Legit.
YouTube. Thank you. All right, y'all. Y'all already know who it is. It's your girl Nessa Hernandez. Please remember to tell your mama, your tia, your abuelita that the real, the ratchet, and the reckless is where it's at. Remember to be about your hustle. Keep going, get yours, make it happen. We signing out. Yeah, baby, I'm proud of you. Thank you. And then what are your plans for today? ¿Qué vas a hacer? You're gonna have
Well, I have a shoe. I'm doing a campaign with Brown Battles Bonita, so I'm shooting.
Oh
her
my God,
for
dude. She is a
with shirts. So
okay.
I'm shooting with one of my friends right now, and then she has like other people that she wants me to shoot. So I'm like, girl, I gave her a whole package. This is my real first check. So I'm just like,
What?
yeah.
Dude, did you like look things up? Because like,
I had to send her like a whole like email, like breaking down what it is that she's gonna get, like why is that amount, like this and that. And she was like, "All right, let's do it." Like, and I'm just like, "Yes."
Yes. Wow, I wish I would have got that. That's fucking congratulations. Oh, wait, it's recorded. Yes, congratulations. Fuck yeah. So many things are coming for you, boo. I'm happy to hear that, yeah, ves? And we were just talking about that, like, how do you put a price on things? But it's like there's people that the price, the only reason they won't pay for it is maybe because they can't afford it. But never, I feel when it comes to you, it won't be because the work is not worth it. Remember, when people say no, it's because they probably can't afford it. Like, it literally reminds me of this girl that I want to do some of my work, like to put on merch. And she told me her price, and I don't think her price is bad, but I'm like, fuck, I can't afford it right now. So I was like, I'll get back to you. You know what I'm saying? So don't feel like sometimes people really aren't going to do it because that's not what they could afford right now. But when they got it, they're going to come to you because your work is worth that money.
I hope it's really a whole like settle into that mentality and not be scared of money, because I noticed that when I first started, money was involved, girl. Me entraba un pinche anxiety. Oh no, let me do it for free, like just to get off that money stress out. But I'm like, no, dude, you need to get comfortable around money. Like, hey, you're gonna get paid for your work. So it's been a journey, and like like my partner, he's like always telling me like, no, dude, like you need to be charging this and much because you're not a newbie anymore. Like people like your work, people look for you.
Exactly. You're not a newbie
So
anymore.
I'm like,
Facts right there. You experience now. Like, do you see what you create? I feel like yesterday was perfect, like hush mode. Like
yeah,
it's like, and also your edits are one of a kind. Like I feel like you add that glow, like that spark, that it's your work. And I feel like there's also people that will catch photography in the raw nature bomb, like ooh, like you'll see on TikTok, like this is what I captured, we're just doing this. But I feel like you add your own twist of like your service is your personality, your fucking vibes. The only other time I did a
I'm like,
photo shoot was headshots, and I was not comfortable. He was getting on my fucking nerves. And that's why when I shot with you for the first time when we first met, I was like, oh my God, this is so fun. This is so bomb. So
it's
people are
not. It's
paying
because
for that.
you want to work with people that bring that energy, that not like that energy of like being like, yes, let's do it, open minded. You know, not hostile and like, oh no, I don't know. You know, like I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah. Well, good for you
I'm
again.
manifesting that. We're manifesting.
We're going
You
to
already know.
That's what's up. Thank you. Well, make it a good day and record some shit. I want to see. I love to see when you like post
Yes,
what's happening.
ahorita ya viene mi friend en un ratito, and then I'll show you guys the garden. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful.
Oh, yes. Okay. Well, make it work. Do your shit and get your
Thank you, Vanya.
money.
Saludos a todos, ya sabes, your whole
I will you too,
family.
your mommy. Oh my God. I love your mommy. Just make
Yeah,
sure everyone's safe y que se cuiden.
igualmente.
I love you.
Enjoy
Take
your rest of the
care.
day.
You
Bye.
too, boo. Bye.
Yes, bye.